Okay. Uh, Here, random numbers are very important requirements in the study of simulation. Simulation, we use random numbers, we generate random numbers, we generate the inputs and we generate the outputs. Okay, for that purpose, random numbers plays very important role in simulation. Okay, random numbers are very important requirements in study of a simulation, and the fundamental building blocks for the stochastic simulations are random numbers. Okay, that means generation of independent identically distributed random variants are very important. Okay, that is nothing but u of 0 comma 1, we represent identically distributed random numbers. Okay, and random numbers can be divided into three different categories. Okay, that is, first one is true random number, second one is pseudo random number, third one is quasi random numbers. Okay, true random numbers, like it's a true real random numbers. Okay, there is no way to predict what is the next random number is. That is, such random numbers we call it as true random numbers. Okay, there is no way to predict what is the next random number. That is, that type of random numbers we call it as true random numbers. Next, pseudo random numbers. Pseudo random numbers, we can say it's a false random numbers. Okay, a sequence of numbers which is algorithmically produced are not really random. Okay, this random numbers, we say it is pseudo random numbers. Okay, we generate by using some algorithm, we generate some sequence of numbers. Okay, that random numbers we call it as pseudo random numbers. Okay, a sequence of numbers which is algorithmically produced and not really a random. Okay, that is called pseudo random numbers, and it can be fully repeated, or if the initial conditions and algorithms are known. Okay, if you know the initial conditions and algorithms, we can repeated the generation of that random numbers. Okay, such random numbers we call it as pseudo random numbers. We can also say it is false random numbers. Okay, true random numbers, we don't know how to predict it what is next random number. Such random numbers are true random numbers. Whereas pseudo random numbers, it's a sequence of numbers which is algorithmically produced and not really a random. Such random numbers, we say it is as pseudo random numbers. Next one is quasi random numbers. Here, the quasi random numbers act as a random numbers in some sort of simulations. Okay, but are well ordered in some other types. Okay, these are not quasi random numbers, are not completely random numbers. These quasi random numbers will be act as a random numbers in some simulation. In some simulations, these quasi random numbers will act as a some order well ordered numbers. Okay, so these are the three categories of random numbers: true random number, pseudo random number, quasi random number. True random number is there is no way to predict what is next random number. Pseudo random number is we use some algorithms to produce some sequence of numbers. Okay, that is called pseudo random numbers. Whereas quasi random numbers, that these are the they will be acts as a random number in some simulation. In some simulation, these quasi random numbers will act as a sequence of well ordered numbers. Okay, these are the categories of random numbers. Next, we'll see the properties of random numbers. Here, a sequence of random numbers, we say it as R1, R2, Rn. Okay. Usually, we represent the random number as Rn, and random number 1 we represent with R1, random number 2 we say R2, random number 3 we say R3 until Rn. Okay, these are set of R n random numbers. Okay, here Rn represents set of n random numbers, that is R1, R2, R3 until Rn. Okay, a sequence of random numbers R1 to Rn must satisfy two important properties. Okay, so if we say it's a random numbers, the random numbers must satisfy two important properties of random numbers. That is uniformity, other one is independence. Okay, what is the uniformity property says here? The random number should appear to be equal to u of 0 comma 1, where u is equal to continuous uniform distribution. Okay, if you say random numbers appear in this set of u 0 comma 1, where we say u is continuous uniform distribution. Okay, the ability to generate u of 0 comma 1 random variables is of fundamental importance, since they are usually building block of generating other random numbers. Okay, the ability to generate u of 0 comma 1 random variables is of fundamental importance, since they are usually a building block for generating other random variables. Okay, that is uniformity property. Next, we'll see the independence property. Independence means each random number of Ri, okay, the Ri, random number will be represented as Ri. Okay, each random number, I can be 0, 1 to n. Okay, each random number Ri must be independent sample drawn from a continuous uniform distribution between 0 and 1, that is equal to u of 0 comma 1. Okay, independence property says that each random number Ri must be independent sample drawn from a continuous uniform distribution between 0 and 1. Okay, the random numbers are drawn between continuous uniform distribution between 0 and 1. Okay, here the PDF is given here, that is f of x is equal to 1 if x value lies between 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Okay, that time f of x is equal to 1, otherwise f of x equal to 0. Okay, here the density function is shown here for that uh, continuous uniform distribution, that is PDF is equal to, in x-axis we take f of x, and x-axis we take Ri. Okay, for each Ri, what is the f of x? F of x value we take in the y-axis. Okay, so f of x value will vary between the 0 and 1, and we generate random numbers here. Okay, then what is the expected value? That is E of R. Expected value E of R is 0 to 1 x dx. Okay, 0 to 1 x dx, how to write? That is x square by 2, 0 to 1. If you calculate this, we will get 1 by 2. Okay, now variance is given like this. V of R, variance is represented with V of R. The variance calculation formula is 0 to 1 x square dx minus ER of square. Okay, minus expected value square. Okay, here we have calculated the expected value, that is we got 1 by 2. So that 1 by 2 if you substitute here, that is 1 by 2 whole square will be substituting here. Okay, and how to solve this 0 to 1 x square dx? That if you write it x cube by 3, okay, 0 to 1. Okay, x we can write it as 0 to 1 x dx, we can write it as x square by 2, 0 to 1. X square we can write it as x cube by 3, 0 to 1. Okay, like this we use, it's a formula, just we are substituting in dx formula. Okay, 0 to 1 x square dx we can write as x cube by 3, 0 to 1. Okay, and ER value we got it as 1 by 2. That ER value we are substituting 1 by 2 whole square. We will get 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4. We will get 1 by 12 is the variance. VR value will get 1 by 12. Okay. Next we'll see a generation of pseudo random numbers. Okay, the pseudo means itself it is a false value, false random numbers. So pseudo random numbers is false, so the false random numbers are being generated here in pseudo random numbers. These are not true random numbers. Okay, if it is true random numbers, there will be no way to predict what is the next random number. That is true random numbers. Whereas pseudo random number, it is a false random numbers. We generate these random numbers by using some algorithms or procedures. Okay, pseudo means false. So these random numbers are false random numbers are being generated here in pseudo random numbers. Okay, the goal of any generation scheme, however, it is to produce a sequence of numbers between 0 and 1 that simulates in takes and identical properties of uniform distribution and independence as clearly possible. Okay, here while generating the random numbers, we need to those random numbers should be uh, follow the properties of random numbers, that is uniform distribution and independence. Okay, these pseudo numbers will surely follow these properties, that is uniform distribution and independence property of random number. Okay, here the goal of any generation scheme, however, it is to produce a sequence of numbers between 0 and 1. Okay, that simulates intakes the identical property of uniform distribution and independent distribution is clearly as possible. Okay, so any random number whatever you generate, it should follow the properties of uniform distribution and independence uh, property. Okay, and certain problems or errors that occur in generation of pseudo random numbers are what problems, what errors will occur may possible while generating the pseudo random numbers are the generated numbers might not be uniformly distributed. Okay, that time this will not follow the uniform distribution property of random number. Okay, we say it's a random number, it should follow the uniform distribution property and independence property. Okay, while generating these pseudo random numbers that might not be uniformly distributed. Okay, that is one problem. Next, the generated numbers might be discrete valued instead of continuous values. Okay, this also may be problem while generating the pseudo random numbers. The generated random numbers might be discrete values instead of continuous valued. Okay, the means of generated numbers might be too high or too low. Okay, the means of generated numbers might be too high value or too low value. And another problem here while generating the random numbers can be the variance of generated numbers might be too high or too low. Okay, the mean of the generated numbers also might be too high or too low, or the variance of the generated numbers also might be too high or too low. Okay, and there might be a dependence. Okay, what's the random number property itself? It says the random number should be independent. Okay, here the what are the problems while generating the pseudo random numbers is there might be the random numbers which generated maybe might be depend on other numbers. Okay, so there might be a dependence. These are the problems while may occur while generating the pseudo random numbers. Okay, next important considerations while generating the random numbers are here while generating the random numbers what we need to take into account, consider what points we need to consider is here the random number should follow two statistical properties. The first one is when you say it's a random number, the random number should have these two properties. One is uniformity, other one is independence. Okay, the random number should be uniformly distributed and the random number should be have the property of independence. the number should not be, random number should not be depend on any other number. Okay, so that is the main thing here. Okay, we, while generating the random numbers, we should keep it in the mind that the random number we generate, it should be follow the properties of uniformity and independence. Next one is the routine should be fast and efficient. While generating the random numbers, whatever routine we follow, it should be very fast and it should be very efficient. And the routine should have long cycle length. Okay, the generating, while generating the random numbers, the method whatever we follow, it should be having long cycle length. And the and the it should be able to reproduce a given stream of random numbers exactly. Okay, in such a way, the routine what we follow to generate random numbers, it should be able to reproduce a given stream of random numbers exactly as it is. If you run it once again, you should get the same set of random numbers. Okay, and should be portable to different computers. Okay, whatever procedure we write, it should be portable to different computers, and avoid need for lot of storage. Okay, it should not take much storage. These are the points we need to consider while generating a random numbers. The first one is generated random number should follow these two properties, that is uniformity and independence, and the routine should be fast and efficient to generate the random numbers, and the routine should have long cycle length and should be able to reproduce a given stream of random numbers exactly, and should be portable to different computers and avoid the need for lot of storage. These are the important considerations we need to take during the generation of random numbers.